That's really hard for us to wrap our head around. They don't eat very much, and it's the equivalent of if we ate about a sandwich a week. And that's just thanks to their very slow metabolisms, which have helped them survive for millions of years, basically unchanged. All right, I have another rat. Let's see. Hi, Walker. You want to use your friends as a ramp and come on up here and get this rat? What do you think, buddy? Oh, he says no, thank you. All right, I also have Scoop right here. Scoop is one of our best jumpers. Let's see. Oh, whoa! He even jumped higher than I was expecting and missed the rat. Well, that's all right. I'm sorry, buddy. That was a really good jump. Way higher than I was expecting. That was a really good jump. That rat will not go to waste. There's 27 alligators in here that will go and fish for that. But that was a really good example of how high they can jump. He even surprised me. Using these really powerful tails, they are able to move their bodies through the water, and they can even use it to propel their body up and out of the water. Now, that's not just for grabbing rats off of a platform. That is also used in the wild when they are hunting. Because they are opportunistic, they will take opportunities even from the animals that are sitting in trees around the water's edge. And they can use those tails to jump up and grab onto the prey that is potentially a sleeping bird in a tree. All right, I've got another rat and another alligator. Hi, Stalker. What do you think, buddy? When did you get here? Do you want this next rat? Come on, Stalker. Whoa, good try. Stalker is really good at showcasing that powerful tail. He likes to use that tail to jump up and splash everybody. There, good job. You don't even have to be watching. You can just hear the mass amount of water that these animals can move using those tails. Who wants this last chicken? What do you think, Franklin? Franklin? No? You're a goofball. I don't trust you anymore, Walker. You're just looking at me. You're not coming over here. All right. How about on this side? We had some excited alligators. Hi, Hunter. Would you like a chicken, big boy? Hunter. Wow, good job. Let's give it up for our alligators. They did a good job. Again, I'll be here for questions if you have them, but I hope you have enjoyed our feeding demonstration, and I hope you have a great rest of your visit here at the St. Augustine Alligator Farm. So the first thing that I have brought is actually this bucket right here. They're already excited. Let's see if we can get them more excited. Hi, guys. Wow, they are really excited. So the first thing that I'm feeding the alligators is actually a pellet. If you did not know, yes, there is such thing as a pelleted diet made for crocodilians. And it is actually made by a company called Missouri, which is an offshoot of Purina. And it has all the essential vitamins and nutrients that they need, all compacted into this little pellet. Now, to actually formulate this diet, we had staff from the St. Augustine Alligator Farm that helped crocodilian biologists and veterinarians in order to make sure this is as healthy for these animals' nutritional needs. And as you can tell, they really like it, which is great. But it is not the only thing we offer our alligators. Variety is the spice of life, so I have some prey items to feed our animals as well. Ooh, I got some good stuff today. The second thing on the menu is going to be this nice juicy rat right here. A laugh, I like that. Yeah, I have the same reaction as y'all. I don't think rats look very appetizing. However, alligators are opportunistic carnivores. So that just means if it is made of meat, it is safe for these animals to eat. So we're going to start off on this side because it looks like Bomber is super excited. Hi, Bomber, do you want this first rat? You want to start us off? Bomber is a 13.5-foot-long alligator. There you go, buddy. He's an old man. I don't want to make him jump for it. But this is an example of a huge alligator. He is above the average size for a male. You can see him lifting up his tail. At 800 pounds, he is huge. But every single person watching the show today all compacted down into these alligator-sized shots. Let's try that again, buddy. There we go. Good job. I want to thank you all so much for coming. Let's give it up for our alligators. I think they did a great job. Good job, guys. Let's go ahead.
take that alligator bird. Go ahead. You can take it.